Evening, all you cartoon addicts out there.
Keep this
We're
in.
getting ready to dive into another thrilling episode of the Cartoon Rewind podcast. But guess what? It is not your typical podcast. We are doing a special edition, which my boy Rolly will tell you a little bit about that. Of course, I am your host, Frank, and joining me as always are my two partners in crime. We're talking about the Rocky and the Bullwinkle of the show. I'm gonna let you two decide who is who. Of course, you know I'm talking about Rolly, and of course I'm talking about Mr. D himself, also known as the Gemini. Now, before we get into today's episode, do us a favor. Remember to smash that subscribe button, drop us a comment, and throw a like our way. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. And you know what? Anywhere where you check out your podcast, you will find us. All right. And also come check us out on Instagram and TikTok. I am dropping a bunch of great cartoon clips on there for you guys. So make sure you check us out. Now, Rolly, is there something you want to share with us about a store?
Say please be specific of what, because he knows I can share anything. Yes, we are proud. We are proud to have opened an online shop for our listeners and anybody looking for great exclusive toys, collectibles, the home of the podcast. You guys can get there. We're slowly expanding it. You'll see new things. We're working on trying to get a feed to our beautiful, well planned, and articulately managed YouTube page there. So if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it at youtube.com, you can probably soon be able to get it at our webpage, which is called cartoonrewind.com. So please check it out. Buy something because Dwayne is very expensive to maintain.
Hey,
So
oh, whoa, why?
you,
Me?
I'm gonna tell everybody how expensive
Me?
you are to just get you on this show. You
Me?
know.
You better look.
So
You better look to the right, Mister Sugar Baby.
Yeah.
listen, listen. We all know you're a little
Expensive.
diva. You're a
Yeah.
diva. You need to have your hat that says, with with the LED messages. You got a what? It was that 65-inch TV? No, that's 100-inch. Damn, 100-inch TV behind you. You just happen to be a very big man. So we have that. So yes, please check us out.
All right. Well, you know what, Rolly? Because I did mention today we're doing a special episode. And of course, you can tell us a little about that. But before you do, guess what, my friend?
What?
I had a meeting with my boss the other day,
Hmm.
and my boss said, "You ready?" He
Okay.
tells me, "You know what, Frank? Dress for the job you want, not for the job you have." So guess what?
What?
I came in as Batman.
That's
Yeah. Just wanted to share that with you. And only with you, Rolly.
yes.
No one else.
You know,
No
it's
one
funny
else.
because I was gonna share a doctor. I went to the doctor the other day. I had a
Really?
little,
And
yeah,
what happened?
I had a little procedure. Did you know I had a little procedure done?
No. What procedure
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that?
I had a little outpatient procedure. But before I had the procedure, I asked the doctor, "Hey, can I do my own anesthesia?" And my doctor goes, "Sure, knock yourself out."
Again, you don't respect the hat. The hat says no bad dad jokes.
I
Tuna
know
roll.
exactly.
Tuna
It's been
roll.
respected.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Tuna
minute,
roll.
Rolly. It
Yes.
was when you went to the doctor. I think that was the same time that I went to the aquarium. It was this weekend,
Oh
right?
God.
Yeah, yeah, it was actually.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
PSAs. PSAs.
But you know what though? When
PSAs.
I went to the aquarium this weekend, I didn't stay
PSAs.
very long because there was just something fishy
P-
about that place. You know what
PSAs.
I mean?
What?
There was just something
This
fishy
is a
about it.
It was a
PSA
Yeah.
little too
here.
fishy.
Yeah,
PSA.
it was a little too fishy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving
That's all.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Well, I
Before.
was in a waiting room for the doctor.
Oh, there you
I
go.
was reading. I was reading a
Uh huh.
magazine. I was reading a magazine about the scientists. A bunch of scientists. They were doing a study about the Earth
Oh, for the love
and
of
how it
God.
rotates and how it rotates. But
Hmm.
after 24 hours, they just called it a day.
Oh, for the love of God.
All right. I
All
can
right,
I can keep on
before
going.
before D quits, man, you ready?
Yes,
It's
I am
rolling.
ready.
What's today's
So
special episode about?
so we're continuing. A couple weeks ago, we did a PSA special episode about PSAs. You know, the public service announcements that us kids used to watch a lot. You know,
Yeah.
what triggered me was a Munchies one, which we showed last week's episode. Um, but also GI Joe had them. We had some Transformers. You know, knowing's half the battle. I forgot.
We had a gem.
Yes, the Jeb. I just
Yeah.
realized we never did a He-Man one.
We did a
Yeah, we
He-Man
did.
one. That was
You
the
did?
first one we did. The molester.
That's right. Don't, yes.
Tell us if someone
Yes.
touches you. Yeah.
Yes, because yes, talk to a priest. Yeah, he mentioned everybody who's molesting you. Talk to.
Exactly.
Sorry, we're gonna be canceled. Uh, all right. So, but it was so good, and we found so much material that we decided to extend it to a second episode. Now, this was a little less focused on cartoons and more non-cartoon related. So,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and we extended a little bit towards the 90s, but I'm pretty sure you'll see a few. If you're listening, you'll remember a few, but based on the sound. But the best way to appreciate this is going to our YouTube page and watching them. Um,
Yes.
I'm going to start with a very one that's dear and close to your heart, Frank.
Oh,
Uh,
is it? Okay.
yes, yes.
Because I
Uh,
grew up in the '80s, so I remember a lot of
yeah.
these.
Well, yeah. This is
Don't give a hoot. Don't pollute.
yeah.
That
So
guy.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl. In order to try and stop pollution, we need more help. So, help Woodsy spread the word. Come on, never be a dirty bird. No matter where you go, you can let some people know to give a hoot, don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird. In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good.
so
Hoot and don't pollute.
don't be a dirty bird.
Don't be a dirty bird.
Give a
No.
hoot. Don't pollute. You guys
Yes.
remember that one,
I do. I do. I was
Frank?
like, wait a minute. Where's his freaking lollipop?
Where's his Tootsie
You know
Roll?
what I
Pop?
mean? The Tootsie Roll lollipop, man. I was like, where's his lollipop? I'm like, oh man, he's got 2 gigs. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You
It's the
gotta make
'70s.
money. You gotta make money.
It's the '70s. You know, times were tough. Inflation was running rampant.
It
So
was. It
yes.
was.
All right. Now another
I
one.
definitely remember that one, buddy.
Yeah. This one everybody knows. This one. Let's see where we're at here.
Oh, is this the Indian?
This is the Indian.
Oh my god.
I remember
yes.
watching this, and again, there's no words. I don't remember
Nope.
words.
There's no need for
Yes.
words.
So no need for words, but still powerful message is still good today. So you have an Indian canoeing
Pollution,
through the
man.
dirty.
Pollution.
I'm just gonna call it the dirty Mississippi River. I'm just assuming it's the Mississippi River. If anybody's ever seen the Mississippi River, it is black. And now he's washing up to shore with his canoe, and it's just
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't.
Of course they don't.
People start pollution. People can stop it.
the Indians crying. It's the Indian.
Not a single
So-
word he said.
Not a single word, but you felt the pain though, the crying.
You did, man. You did. And you saw that jerk in that damn car?
Yes,
He just threw his freaking McDonald's or wannabe McDonald's at the
out the
Indian?
window, right at his feet.
Now,
No,
Roller,
I
did you notice what type of car it was?
It was a Pontiac Catalina.
There you go.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
You can't mess up with my Pontiacs. But I would love to say that this commercial fixed everything, or the what's the owl's name? Does the owl has a name? Woodsy.
Hootie.
Woodsy. Not Hootie.
No, it's
That's
Hootie. And
no,
then and then his buddy is Blowfish.
no. I was gonna say it's not. He's not a singer. He's not Hootie and Blowfish. No, it's Woodsy.
My bad, my
Yeah.
bad, my bad.
I would love to say that Woodsy and Hootie and the Indian fixed everything, but unfortunately, we all know pollution is still.
Oh my God, it's worse now than ever, dude.
So remember, guys, give a hoot
And don't pollute.
Don't pollute.
Pollute
Thank
everything.
So
Ignore D, everybody.
Yes, please.
Ignore him.
please. Now we know what.
This is the Mr. T one.
Well, you just ruined it for everybody's surprise.
Just say no.
I wonder what. I wonder what's
I
about.
get a point there. I did a D. I'm so sorry about that.
All right, so this is a 1980s commercial from Mr. T about just saying no. And
I get angry just thinking about it makes me mad. Little kids doing drugs, it turns my stomach. That stuff hurts. It stops you from living up to your potential. It holds you back. It hurts the user. It hurts his family. And it hurts his friends. I just want to shake some sense into you kids that are using drugs and thinking about using. So remember, don't, or else.
Yeah. But I got a question. There's just one question.
it's a bully anti. They should make an anti-bully one.
No.
Oh.
What did they
I get angry
consider
just thinking
drugs
about it.
Weed.
compared to then and compared to now? What did they consider drugs?
Weed.
Weed is not a drug
Right.
anymore.
Not anymore, but that's what you said. What they considered then, right?
Mhm.
Weed.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Smack.
Back then, wasn't weed a gateway drug?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it
Yes.
alcohol?
See what? Alcohol is not a drug in the 80s.
Yes, it was.
No, it was
In
not.
the 80s? No.
Yes,
no.
it was.
No. That's definitely not in the 80s.
No,
If
no,
you
that was-
drinking led to sex, more harder drugs.
yeah, but good sex though. So it led to good sex. Well, technically, okay. Wait, there may be kids listening, so never mind.
Hey, if my dad was alive today, bro, he could tell you some stories that.
Oh man, I could tell you some. I
That
could
was
tell you
some
some
good
stories.
sex. That was
I could tell you
good
some
sex.
stories too, but I'm not allowed to. So back in the 80s, it was
We'll talk off
weed.
mic.
What happened? Yes, we can. That'll be the after hours, the OnlyFans version of the podcast. All right, so you had weed, you had coke, you had heroin, you had crack,
Acid.
acid.
LSD.
What is smack? Isn't smack heroin?
Combination of coke and speed.
Okay. Okay. About dope. Basically, you know what it is? Dope. They're talking about dope.
Dope.
They're talking about dope because everything falls under dope. Like even the fly shit falls under dope.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you did notice how that glass broke?
Yeah.
You know, Mr. T didn't break the glass. The glass shattered out of fear.
Oh God.
Oh man, that was a bad one. It's not
That
Chuck
was like
Norris.
a Chuck Norris type of thing.
It's not Chuck Norris.
That was like a
not
Chuck Norris type of thing.
All right,
Which one is
now
this one? Which one is
it's
this
a
one?
1984 McGruff PSA.
Jenny. But that's not Jenny's dad. If she gets into that car, you may be looking at Jenny for the last time. I'm McGruff, the crime dog. Let me show you something. See that playground? A lot of kids there. Every day in this country, 60 kids disappear.
60 kids. Wow.
Some run away, but a lot are kidnapped by strangers or even by people they know. Almost 20,000 kids a year. 20,000 kids, one kid at a time. Maybe your kid, on your street, just like Jenny. You know, your kids can learn to protect themselves against crime at home, at school, on the street. Very nice going, Jenny. She's going to tell her folks about this. And you can write
If
to
I was
McGruff.
Jenny, I might walk a little
Learn how
faster.
to keep your family and your community safe.
And
And
remember-
help
She like looked in the
pick
car.
up bite out
She
of
looked like
crime.
she looked in the car and she's like,
And remember,
Yeah.
this was before
Sunday morning.
Amber Alert. This is before Amber Alert. So
yeah.
nowadays,
That's true.
especially in Georgia, every other week, there's an Amber Alert that somebody's stealing somebody's kid, and 9 times out of 10, it's a parent.
Yeah, that does happen here. All right.
If you're talking about trafficking, oh my God, that's over $1 billion business. It's in the billions, man. It's in the billions.
Now, nothing personal here. I'm kind of sad though. No one ever tried to kidnap me.
Yes, they did.
Was that I wasn't cute enough, or was I too heavy to steal?
No, they tried.
Maybe.
You know, I never got the offer about the free candy.
Oh, no
Yeah,
one's ever offered me free candy.
Free candy,
Nope.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I've tried. I thought. Christy to try to test one of the youngest kid, but
And what happened?
we know he's gonna fail. We don't even try. We know he's gonna fail. It's like, hey, your mom told us to come pick you up because she's like, okay. And I was gonna do the one with an eye patch, like a guy, like an eye patch, and like an eye patch and like sex toys in the front seat. Like, hey, your mom told me to come pick you up.
But he knows it's you.
Huh? No, not me. I was gonna get somebody. I was
Oh,
gonna get Frank. I was gonna get Frank.
No,
Put an eye patch on him
wait,
because he doesn't
wait,
remember Frank. Put an eye
wait,
patch on him.
wait,
Some like whips, some
wait,
chains and stuff in the front
wait,
seat. Uh huh.
wait. The best thing would be he comes to pick him up and he's by a cop.
bro. I was thinking the exact same thing, D.
And your dad told me to come pick you up. I don't know you. And then he realizes that's not, hey. And then the cop comes up like, sir, can you please step out the vehicle?
Oh my god.
No,
Only
no.
Rolly will think of shit like that, man.
Well, because we were thinking about putting him to a closer school, and that's like 5 blocks away, so he can walk home.
How old?
His brothers walked home.
How old is he?
Oh, of course.
Huh? He's 12.
Oh, he gonna get in trouble.
Man,
Walk
talk about it.
home.
12, So, I was gonna give him the opportunity. We watch him. He goes to his dad's house. It's 4 houses down. We still watch him because we're scared that he might like go into somebody else's house. It's funny. The other weekend. Krista, you can stop listening. But the other weekend, he came back and I had to switch cars, and I got one car, and he just got off the car that we were in and went into some random ass car. And so happens that
No.
the car was unlocked. So he got in the car. He's halfway in it. I'm yelling at him like, "That's not our car." He's like, "Oh, it's black." Yeah, but it's not. It looks nothing. I mean, other than being black, it's a black SUV. That was it. So
So I
yeah.
tell
Tell me
you,
you're kidding, man.
rocket
So
scientist for sure.
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, late bloomers. It's possible.
Maybe,
It's
yeah.
possible. It's possible. All right, we're moving on to the next one.
Most popular
This
one.
is a very, very famous one. Everybody should
Oh
know this
yes.
one. This is your brain. This is my brain for real, though.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does?
No.
Okay, last time.
Why?
Last time. That's it. No more.
This is your brain.
My brain is not that small.
This is drugs.
Really?
This is your brain on drugs.
Good thing I don't eat eggs.
Delicious.
Any questions?
I don't eat eggs.
Delicious is what. It is delicious. That's what I understand.
I don't eat eggs.
It's got a nice skillet pan.
Yeah. Did you see the remake they did in the 90s?
You're gonna show us now, aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely show us.
With
when she starts smashing things, right?
You fucking ruin it for everyone. God.
Is that the
damn.
one?
She doesn't have on
I
a
don't
bra.
know. Let's find out. It's the 90s. No one cares about bras.
She don't need a bra, man. She's got perky ones. She's good.
Frank, stop talking, Frank.
Well, she's old enough, man.
You know how old
I
she
don't
is?
know. I don't know. Back in the 90s, now she is, but I don't know
You know
back
how
in the
old she
90s.
is?
But I guess back in the 90s, you were still much older. She was like 10 years older than she were. This is Rachel Lee Cook from what is that? Which is the movie she did with Freddie Prinze Jr. When she's the ugly girl turns into good looking.
Not Adam Ali? No, not Ali League. Oh,
No.
shit.
No.
And it's not 10 Things I Hate About You.
I know it's not that one.
No.
No. She was the artist. She was a painter, and they fixed her up. But okay, doesn't matter. Let's watch this.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
This is your brain.
Look, extreme in the
And
90s.
this
This is how 90s was.
It's heroin. This
This
is
is
what
how my brain
happens
really
to your
is.
brain after snorting heroin. And this is what your body goes through. Wait, it's not over yet. This is what your family goes through. And your friends and your money and your drugs and your sex and your future. Any questions?
Yeah, why are you breaking shit?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a lot of questions.
Why do you have to do this to every room in the house?
I'm making a point.
That's not making fun of it though, but the original ended right around here. So that was kind of cool.
I actually do remember this one.
The movie is She's All That.
She's All That. Thank you.
Why is she breaking shit?
Yeah, so the 90s were a little extreme. The 90s were a little extreme.
Yes.
So.
Yes, extreme.
Like G.I. Joe Extreme. Then the next one is one I hear all the time from my kids. All right, there's a PSA. I learned it.
Hey, we've used this one with each other before.
I use it all the time. Still to this day, I use it.
It's yours?
No,
My mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
Your mom.
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Your mom.
Not necessarily. I just want to say for those out there, not necessarily. All right. So just ask Frank. As is Frank on camera right now?
Yes, he is.
Hitting up, smoking that weed.
Of course,
Frank.
I'm on camera.
Frankie's gonna be
smoking that ganja.
Frankie's gonna
But you know
be,
what's funny though is that a lot of us did have our weed in cigar boxes back then.
Oh man, I just did a little baggy, and I never smoked weed before.
Frankie's gonna have a heroin addict at 7.
So moving on to this one is
the Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. It's definitely not anti-gambling.
No.
I'm Michael Jordan.
Yes, you are.
McDonald's restaurants have given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about.
Drugs.
Kids are the reason McDonald's sponsors their Get It Straight program, a national drug awareness effort. Think about this. Many of you using drugs out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18, you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using drugs, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use drugs, you can just about be anything you want to be. Listen, you got at least 3/4.
What if I want to be a drug person?
That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs.
If I want to be a drug dealer,
stop it.
Thank you.
Get some help.
What if that's my goal? I saw Scarface.
Give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael Jordan.
Give me a shoe. Give me one of your shoes.
Give you a
shoe. Give me a shoe and I won't do drugs.
That's it. Now, question.
Yes.
Have you guys ever been sent to a
mental institution?
Straight program?
No,
my own house was a scared straight program.
Yeah. My father had a gun.
Okay.
I wish mine just had its belt and fist. But go ahead. I thought there was more to it. You just want to know?
No. I was just wondering if any of you two ever went to one of those.
No, my dad.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, the other one here that I want to share, one that was true and dear, and for those of young adults who don't know about this, but back in the 80s, our parents. I think
I know which one you're going to talk about.
Our parents were so out there and so disconnected that we had to pay famous people to come on TV and remind our parents, hey,
where's your kid?
Do you know where your kid's at? So there was actually a campaign that at 10 o'clock would air, reminding parents like, hey, have you seen little Timmy? And parents are like, damn, man, you know what? I haven't seen him since Friday.
Shit, I forgot. I have a kid.
I forgot. Did I pick him up for school today? So, yeah. So this is that. So kids who grew up in the 80s, Gen X probably remembers this one.
Do you know where your children are?
No.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Fuck no.
It's 10 p.m.
Do you know where your children
Us as
are?
kids, we don't know who these people are.
10 p.m.
Okay, I
Wonder
know who the car is.
I knew
Do
who
you
she
know where
was.
your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
No.
It's 10 p.m.
And him.
Do you know where your children are?
No.
It's 10 p.m.
Right.
Do you know where your children are?
No, damn it.
Yeah, I like how they're very exact. Do you know? Like they're talking to me. Do you know where your children are?
And bro, that is so messed up that a commercial like this had to be created, man.
We had. Yes, that's
Yes.
how bad. That's how bad our parents are. You know why? Because they were. I learned it from watching them. They were doing drugs.
Well, no. See, I say it's a little bit different. We had more freedom because we
ran the streets.
How do I?
We ran the streets.
Yeah, we went to the school of hard knocks, man. You know, we weren't entitled for anything. You know what I mean? We earned everything that we had. You know what I mean? But we still follow the rules because our parents told us, "Hey,
and the
do
kids,
A, B, and C, you had to do it." If now we get the shit beat out of us.
And the kids and the
then
kids.
It wasn't no calling fucking FDA or whatever that place is with the kids. You know what I mean? No, there was none of that stuff, man.
I'm not gonna follow that rabbit hole down. So, yeah, the FDA.
Food and drug.
Federal food and drug.
No, I forgot what it's called. The ones with the where they report the kids and they take them from you.
DFACS.
Man, I don't even know that. I just call police. But listen, so we try to say the kids in the 70s, though. How were the kids in the 70s?
Oh, my God. Same, bro.
And 90s?
Same thing.
Eh?
Department of Family Services, DFACS.
90s, they started getting a little bougie. You know what I mean? And then it just started getting a little worse from there.
Why? Because then you
know
could
what
beep,
I mean?
you could page somebody back in the 90s. Like, let's beep them. Let's call them in a pager. Let's hit them up with the pagers.
You weren't allowed to raise your hands to kids, man. People were freaking... Bro, I remember in the 80s...
Oh, you just want to beat the kids. You just want to beat kids again.
I remember getting paddled by my principal in the 80s, bro. Every time you did something wrong in school, it was either suspension or a paddle.
Of course, because the teachers had the right to correct you.
Mm-hmm. Can't do that stuff now, man. What, are you crazy? Shoot.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Now even parents can't hit their kids because their kids will go on social media, freaking start narrating their own story. Oh no, forget it, man.
Thank goodness
you gotta be careful nowadays.
Thank goodness I don't have a child right now because that bullshit ain't even working.
Well, no, I'm thankful my kids are grown and my ex-wife and I raised them right. You know what I mean? That's it.
So all I'm understanding is that you want to beat your kid again. You just want to beat children. Is that our understanding? Remind me not to ask you to babysit.
No, please don't. Please don't.
That's a good way to get out of babysitting. That's a good way to get out of babysitting.
That's it.
Man. All right. So there's that. Now we're going to probably end with this one, but I'm not sure. Now, this is an anti-drug commercial.
You think it's an anti-drug commercial?
Yeah, but yes, it's an anti-drug. Yes, because I think it is because it says it's a PSA on anti-drugs, but if it was in real life.
Yes.
So we're gonna see this one.
Fuck. Are you talking right now?
All right, let me start.
This is about the fuck.
Did he say fuck?
Are you talking right now?
Yeah.
This is about me cutting your balls off?
I wish you didn't smoke weed.
I wish you didn't shit in the house so much, so I guess we both got wishes, right?
You're not the same when you smoke. And I miss my friend.
Yeah? Well, I miss my signed Tom Brady jersey you chewed up, you little shit.
I'll be outside.
Yeah, and you're gonna be out there all night, too. Wait. I don't even have a dog. Holy shit. I gotta call Tommy and get another half ounce.
I remember the original commercial, but the dog talking to the kid.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, this. I remember the one that
was funny.
There was.
I gotta call Tommy and get another half an ounce.
You ready?
I was trying to remember the one with the flat girl. Where is it?
Hey, how was school today?
He's got a few. But remember when the girl was flat?
Okay, good
See if I
talk.
can find it.
Jason, could you pass the salt, please, darling?
Oh my God.
This
like
one.
Oh,
part of
this
a
one.
Sublime concert in here. Oh my God.
Carol, something is wrong with Sarah. Oh my God, did you eat a Tide Pod? A little puddle of joy. What happened to you? You look like a pancake that hit puberty. How are we gonna get you into a good college now? I mean, maybe you can get a job as one of those inflatable things outside of a used car lot. Wait a minute. Sarah, is it... Did we do this? Is that from that weed there? There's only one way to find out.
Smoke it.
I don't feel anything at all. Whoa. This is some really good weed, Sarah.
I mean, if weed is not a bad drug anymore.
The first one was the best
Yeah.
one with the dog.
It's funny how things have changed. Weed is no longer bad.
Yeah.
But then, they have PSAs. Let me see, where is it? They have, again, times change. So now there'll be a PSA about Frank beating kids.
About what?
He said Frank beating kids.
There'll be a PSAs about you beating children.
Oh my
times
God.
have changed. Here's one. Where is it? This one's from This is I think 1950s.
Oh, this one here.
So in the 50s, they had to do PSAs about homosexuals.
People hitchhike seems like a good way to get from one place to another.
You think?
But sometimes
You think it's about hitchhiking or getting kidnapped? But no, it's about staying away from homosexuals.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
See? Poor Timmy right there is a homosexual.
Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all
I'm not sure if
afternoon.
Timmy's
Why the
homosexual.
fuck you hitchhiking, motherfucker?
So he decided to thumb a ride.
It was perfectly normal until the
He'd done it
70s.
100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual.
So as the whole point here is
things
things that's I don't know, the side position.
Like
well, you see what they're doing here is that they're getting confused between. Look at that. That's
not
a
visible like smallpox.
He definitely is
but
a
no less
predator.
dangerous and contagious.
See, they're getting
The
homosexuals
sickness of the
and
mind.
predators confused.
You see, Ralph was a homosexual.
They just didn't know
a person
him
who
better.
demands an intimate relationship.
He's just not
with
aggressive
members
when he
of
just
their
has a
own
good
sex.
conversation. He's got good.
So no
He's got
matter
some
where
good
you
riz.
meet
You know what I'm saying?
strangers, Be careful.
Yeah,
if
where's
they are
John
too
Henson when
friendly.
you need him, man?
If they try to
John
win
Henson?
confidence too
Huh?
quickly, and if they become
You know who?
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Because I want to know more. I want to know more about John Henson. Oh, I know what he's talking about.
I know who he's talking
John
about. Too.
Hanson.
Yes.
He's doing
yes.
John Hanson, not man. Okay.
Is it Henson or Hanson?
Hanson.
Oh, it's Hanson.
You're
Okay.
confusing him with Jim Henson, which is the guy from the
Muppets.
Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you wanted Big. I thought you wanted Big Bird to come in and be like, or Mr. Kermit. Mr. Kermit like, hello everybody.
Was it
My name is Kermit the Frog.
Was it,
Do not play. Do not play. Stay away from homosexuals. Which again, homosexuality is perfectly fine.
Exactly.
Wasn't Snuffleupagus on Smack?
No, Big Bird was. No, Big Bird was because only Big Bird could see him.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think
forgot
anyone.
about that.
At least in my generation, no one ever saw him. It was only Big Bird. Every time Big Bird was talking to him, hey, yeah, no problem. I'm here talking to. Oh, okay, he must have left. So yes, Big Bird was the one on Smack.
He was definitely on Smack. I think he kept licking his lips too a lot.
Big Bird doesn't have lips. He has a beak.
He has a beak.
Man, you really need to go to bed. You're delusional.
Yeah, for real, you do.
You've been up way too many hours. That was it. All right, so I thank you guys for both of you and our listeners for coming with me down memory lane with its PSAs. We'll think about doing some other weird ones. I want to do the House of Rock House of Rock. That's a different movie. Schoolhouse Rock one and some other ones.
Maybe the Electric Company.
With some good ones. I was gonna say that because Gemini here shared the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8,
9, 10, 11, 12.
Guess what, kids?
You wanna do the math one? I knew you were gonna do the math one. Go ahead.
Look at me, busy as a bee. Where'd I get all this energy? Oh man,
Look how beautiful she is. Then little by little.
I don't sleep and I don't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street.
So you OCDs.
Get these hairs all out of my face. Get these bugs all out of my place. One more hit, no time to waste. Oh, meth. Oh, meth.
I still say that's fake.
No.
Our listeners out there,
It's
our
real.
listeners, if our
Yeah,
four listeners,
I don't
if
ever
you
remember that.
Look.
if you think this, if this is a real
Look.
commercial,
Before.
please comment.
Wait. This is at the end of the commercial.
Go ahead. Because that's a terrible. They did terrible songs in that one. Go ahead.
Office of the National Drug Council Policy.
Yeah, I know, but I could do that. I can copy that too. So I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there that this meth commercial is fake.
It's real.
Fake news.
And
fake
you know
news.
what? And I'm starting to think that this is actually a pro meth thing because I need a clean house. And you're trying to tell me if I do meth, I can clean my house. Number one, I'll get skinny, and number two, I have a spotless house.
Yes.
What? It's a win-win.
Sold me.
Win-win.
Sold me.
There you
Sold
go.
me. Now there's one also. I need one that shows about cocaine where it makes you do everything really fast.
Yeah.
I'm remembering Ted. Remember Ted? Is it the?
It drains your bank account fast enough, though.
Ah, well, that's true. I'm not rich enough to do cocaine. Crack it is then.
There you go.
And with that being said, kids, don't do drugs.
No,
Stay in
don't.
school.
Please don't.
Don't bully
Please
each
stay away
other.
from that stuff.
Everybody love everyone. Frank,
Exactly.
take us home.
You got it. And of course, that wraps up our show for today. And from all of us here at Cartoon Rewind, we want to thank you. And I hope you enjoyed today's special. And again, thank you for tuning in, man. Remember to show us some love, all right? Give us a like. Do a subscribe. Share our podcast with your friends. You know what I mean? And always stay connected with us. You can connect with us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. You know the rules. Anywhere you can get your podcast. Excuse me. We will be there. And don't forget to catch us on Instagram and TikTok. I'm dropping a lot of great cartoon clips there for you guys. I know you guys will love it. So until next time, stay tuned, my fellow cartoon addicts, and peace.